can't. I don't know why I won't come. Anyway, what's up, man? What's up, Raider Nation? What's going down, Raider Nation, man? We ain't been on. Oh shit! It ain't even started. What the fuck?
It says live now.
Live. Okay, what's up, Raider Nation? What's going down? Let's go, man. We ain't been on in a minute. But you know what I'm saying? We coming back, man. We making a slow start back, but we coming back to talk about Raider football, man.
Yes, sir.
We can't wait to get back. It's been an exciting off season. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. We are the Raiders, man. We feel like we had a great draft. You know, everyone is fired up. We got Geno in now, a legitimate quarterback. We have Austin Genty in now. And as long as the offensive line can block, we have a dynamic running back that's going to help our tight ends, our wide receivers. It's going to help our defense. You know why? Because we're going to be able to control clock. We're going to let people get rest. We're going to get first downs. The most important thing to me, we're going to get touchdowns. We need touchdowns.
Thor.
Yes, sir.
Let's slow down for a minute.
Okay.
My guy's a little excited.
I am. I haven't been on in a while.
Rightfully so. We ain't been on, but let's slow it down for just a minute, man, and let's just say, man, welcome to all y'all into R.N.D.C, man.
Welcome,
y'all being here, man. Y'all notice that it's a little bit, It's a little bit different today. Normally, y'all see GQ, y'all see the Mighty Thor, and y'all see Quiet Q. But as y'all see on our broadcast today, a special guest, we got my boy Raider Killmonger on the channel today. Over here. Y'all see that guy right there, man, a real one. You feel me? So we definitely appreciate him being on the channel today with us. Normally, you guys, if you're following me, you're going to follow the Nation or Nothing podcast as well, which is on my channel. And you'll see Raider Killmonger with me as well on the Nation or Nothing podcast. But again, I just wanted to say before we got jumped into it, man, we appreciate y'all being here. Yeah. Welcome to all our Raider Nation Drinking Club family. Shout out to all the new members. We know we had some new initiations,
definitely.
Right?
Welcome.
I know y'all been waiting for it. So we just wanted to welcome y'all in, man. Now let's go ahead and just get into the motherfucking content, man.
Hell yeah.
All right. You know we excited.
That's what they're here for. But before we do, I forgot to ask y'all about y'all 4th of July. How did y'all holiday go? Did y'all catch any fireworks? Did you light any fireworks? You try to blow anybody try to blow their hand off like 4 extras?
We got loaded. We got loaded.
Everybody's hands are accounted for. Hands, fingers.
Okay, we gotta do a head check. Okay. That sounds good.
I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't see one firework on 4th of July because by the time it got night, I was passed out drunk. So I had a good time. Baby. I had a good time. We had a 4th of July, man. Mickey and Mary. If y'all don't know Mickey and Mary, there's some Raider homies out here in Vegas. They had a big old thing over at their house. They had a big old thing over at their house in
hold on.
Henderson.
My bad.
GQ got us all doing that shit here.
Hey, that sounds good, Thor. That sounds good. Like another wholesome family gathering, man. All I did over here was what we do? We went to one small event with my friends, and then we went to this. We made some hamburgers. I barbecued some of my special bacon cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? My special hangover burgers with the provolone cheese, the bacon, roasted garlic. You know, the caramelized onions, and I always throw like a how can I say it? A egg on top of it. That's the perfect hangover sandwich. You know, everybody listen out.
Egg on top is the shit. Yes, sir. You
know, y'all welcome to try to recipe if y'all want. But welcome Raider Nation again. You know, welcome y'all to our broadcast.
Now you get ready to tailgate. Now you get us fired up for tailgating.
Right.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's gonna be big bottles or big food and big fun and Lajay parking lot. Come check us out. Check us out. I sent a few members.
Wait, week two, right? Is our home opener right now? So week 2 home opener, bro, and it's a Monday night football.
Monday night is what's crazy? There. It's a late ass Monday night game too, because there's 2, and we're the later one. So our game don't start till It's good for us. It's shitty for the homies on the East Coast, so.
Right,
it's shitty for the homies.
10 o'clock Eastern.
10 o'clock Eastern, so it don't end until like 1 something in the morning. It's a Monday. They got to go to work on Tuesday, and you know how it is. You a Raider fan? It's the home openers week 2.
Yeah.
We all fired up because I believe we going into New England and finna get us a W out there. I be out there acting a fool. And we finna get that W, bring it home, and that's gonna end up being a huge game against the Chargers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And I believe we're gonna go ahead and Chip Kelly's gonna roll out his system. You know, we're gonna see definitely what this new running scheme is all about, which is the inside zone, outside zone, aka the duo. And that's what we own, and I cannot wait till it bears fruit. You know who we got at quarterback. You know, our quarterback room is, it's starting to stabilize. But the news we got today is Gus Bradley has been waived. You know, that's the news as far as our quarterback situation.
Not Gus, which is Gus's son, Carter. But I feel
Carter Bradley. My apologies. Gus is Bradley.
Hey, Gus is out of there too. But
yeah.
But yeah, as y'all know, Gus's son Carter was on the roster. So yeah,
that's somebody that Tom Brady, and he was a pretty good system quarterback. But it looks like Cam Miller, his ceiling is a little bit higher from what I'm hearing.
And Cam fits this system better than
exactly.
Gus. I mean, Gus. Here you got me from Gus now, then Carter.
Yes,
hey,
yes.
My boy,
shout out to him. Shout out to Carter. We appreciated y'all. You know, I definitely, I know he learned something from being on the roster, but, hats off to him and good luck to him moving forward. What's up,
yes,
Q?
Yes,
is that Q?
Yes, sir.
That's Q. Q's at work. He's out there in his Browns and his UPS truck right now delivering packages out there. And I think he's back in like Vallejo now. He was working Berkeley, but I think he got a route closer to his house now in Vallejo.
We're gonna have to give Q a Raider Santa Claus hat, because the delivery man is the new Santa. Hey, that's the new Santa Claus to me. When I see the UPS man roll up, I say, "Oh man, this is the real Santa right here." You know what I mean? Shouts out to him, and shout out for
Q come December. It's tough for Q come December for to like do shows and stuff, because they be working. Like they be doing like super overtime, crazy hours. They got to take care of everyone, man.
Everybody out there.
When you're an adult, it's the UPS man or the whatever, FedEx, UPS.
I make sure I have a cold water for them, bro. I make sure I always have a cold water for them. You know what I mean? When I know they coming, because they out here doing the job, essential workforce for the nation. All of our shouts out to all of our delivery drivers and workers and our essential workers that are making it happen for us. But you see them out there, Raider Nation, give them a cold water. Give them a cold water. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Killmonger. Also, when you out there and you see your Raider Nation people, give them a Raiders. Give them a.
You feel me?
Hey, that's what we've always talked about. Like when you walk through joints and you see someone. When you see someone, I seen some dude. I was walking through Costco today, getting whatever I needed. Costco, I seen some dude. And he had a Raider Nation shirt. He said, it said, "Fuck all haters." And I just looked at him. I said, "Raider Nation all day, baby." And he looked at me, "Raider Nation all day." Boom. That's all. At least do that. At least that, man. A quick pound of what's up.
Right.
You gotta highlight the nation, man. We people.
What I've been doing is I've been silently recruiting. What I've been doing is I'll start off with that, right, Thor, and then I'll go to so do you go to the games? And then most people would tell me, they'll say, "Yeah, I've been to one game." I said, "Okay, that's good." I said, "What about the tailgates?" No, I haven't. A lot of people literally don't know about the tailgate. I don't know how you go to the game and not know that we have a whole lot. J-Lot is our lot, but in case nobody don't know, come check us out over there in J-Lot. We'll be there. Look for Thor. Look for DJ Wrecking Crew, La J Tacos. How can I say it? The usual.
Yeah,
the usual
the whole J-Lot, man, parking lot, Jack, Yvonne, and them.
Yeah,
all of them.
J Squad, you know what I mean? Shout out to J Squad.
J Squad, all of them. Like they real Raider people, and they take care of it.
Shout out to Ninth Island, bro. You know what
man.
I mean?
And our DJ as well. And our DJ, man. Scott. Mr. Mike, man. Yep. Yes, sir.
Scott, my boy. Hell
Shout
yeah.
out
For
to
sure.
shout out DJ Steph. You know what I mean? She be over there with Wrecking Crew and shit.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out to all of them, man. Shout out to the nation, man. Again, we
Sir.
ain't been on in a while. I mean, it's mostly my fault, but you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Life's been going and life, but we got to get back doing this, man. And honestly, normally we come on later, but we had to come. We just whatever. We come on for 30 minutes today. Just say what's up to the nation. Remember us. No, we're going to be back in full effect very, very soon, starting next week.
And we're going to be at you, trust me. And then also, just so y'all know, we got this channel, but we also got my channel now. We started doing shows on the Nation or Nothing channel, so we're going to hit y'all with that too. You feel me? We spread now. So the nights that we not on here,
we'll do a lot of follow-up work. We'll do a lot of follow-up work on on the channel, like a lot of X's and O's and little things like that. You know, small, minute roster moves. You know, stuff that don't make the news. You know, you can catch us over there. But I had a question to start it off.
Yes, sir.
What y'all think about the Scary Terry situation and then potentially us bringing in another wide receiver between him and Cooper? Because there's been a lot of talk about that. What y'all gentlemen think about that?
Honestly, in my opinion, like even with the rumors of who, like, you can always get better, right? There's a saying, right? You can always get better, right? There's never a time where you can't get better, right? If you can improve something, then improve it.
Yeah, true.
But I personally don't think that we had a need. You know what I mean? For whatever situation that happened or whatever transpired, and even the stuff that's not in our control that transpired between it, I think that, in my opinion, right, I don't think that we had a need. I think we have what we need and we have it, right? Yes, you can get better, but I'm like, to get better, right, with our starting receiving core, it's like, okay, so you bring in Terry and you're going to not play Jacoby, right?
Take reps from somebody, dynamic rookie. You're correct.
Not gonna play Besh. You're not gonna play Thornton. Like who? Like, okay, you can make an argument for Tucker, but I still want to see what he's gonna be able to do.
I want to see Trey Tucker with Chip Kelly shit doing end around, doing all kinds of crazy shit.
So when I heard about the rumors and all that type of shit, and obviously I was up on it, but I don't personally think that we had a need for it. I want to see our core as is, what it is, perform with what we got, bro. I honestly don't think that we need nothing else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm in agreement with GQ on that. But again, if we bring someone in, let's hope it fits too, right? So then you have that issue, like people, you gotta, if you bring someone in, are they gonna come in like, oh well, I'm the dude, or I'm this, or I'm that, and then I mean, let's be honest. Brock Bowers is our number one receiver. Call him a tight end, call him whatever, right? But he's basically our number one receiver.
He's the number one tight end, out of other news, Adam Scheffler and out of Raider Nation.
Yes, absolutely. And it's in the NFL. In the NFL in general.
We have the best tight end in football.
But also, he's going to be our number one target,
he's
right? He's going to be the main target
receiving
on the team. But that's until, now listen to me now.
I'm hearing
that's until Dante Thornton comes out of the shell and prove, because he's a rookie, so he has to prove that he's that dude. But when you come with the intangibles, bro, he could potentially be a fucking monster,
absolute monster, bro.
Because the mismatch nightmare, because obviously everybody thought and they projected onto him that he couldn't run routes just because the offense that he was in didn't require him to do so. It's like, well, the knock we got against him is that he doesn't know how to run the full route tree, because at Tennessee he was only doing this. Well, that don't mean I can't do it, because they only had me doing this.
Right. That's what I.
So if he proves to be the guy that I feel like he can be, and can fully open up the full route tree with his athletic ability, with being 6'5", with running a 4.3 40, with having the fucking jumping ability and all that athletic shit.
All the measurables, right.
he could potentially, right now, Brock Bowers is the #1 target, but Dante Thornton could potentially be the #1 target on the team, bro.
Right. Or a primary read, or that might be his first read. He might be the first one that would possibly be open. You know what I mean? And you know what I was watching yesterday was crazy? Is I was watching some old Raider football, and I was watching, of course, I was watching the game. I think it was Marshawn Lynch's highlights, right? So I'm watching Lynch's running style. We all accustomed to how Lynch run, and I'm just like, why does his style remind me of Ashton Jeanty? And then I looked at all these outside runs on the block where the receivers had to block. Guess who was that receiver blocking for Marshawn? Martavius Bryant.
Yeah.
Ultimate compliment to Thornton. You know what I mean? So, and I was looking at the points that we were scoring when these guys were active, when we was almost around 30 points a game. So I'm hoping that, you know, we're able to bring that old school firepower back with the combo of Ashton Jeanty, Thornton, with that speed to stretch the field. But I honestly think he's going to be better than Mr. Bryant. You know, I personally think he will be a little bit better.
You know how Brock Bowers is #1? They called him the #1 receiver in the NFL as a rookie, right? That's incredible, and I believe that's actual fact. The thing is, I think that I'm happy if Brock Bowers' numbers go down yardage wise and target wise, maybe, as long as he beats out and gets more touch in the red zone. So the whole thing is, our red zone offense was not good last year, right? But if you have a tight end who can beast out and a running back who can beast out, that's like.
Also, if you have also to add to that, if you have a 6'5" fucking receiver,
you know what I mean? Throw the ball up to
you know what I mean? Red zone. I'm saying in the red zone. Also, when you got a fucking defensive tackle that also is a fullback in JJ Pegues, and you may be in fucking 4th and short, or in a short position, and even if you don't have him run the ball, just for him being on the field, being able to provide, it's gonna be a lot of shit going on, right? You got Tommy Malott, you got this fucking quarterback that's also like a fucking Taysom Hill type motherfucker. That when you get in the red zone, you could also have him do some misdirection shit where he could do some RPO shit where he can also, you know what I mean? It's a lot of shit going on, and then you got Chip Kelly, the mastermind, who knows how to fucking develop this shit and how to fucking put this shit together, bro. I seen some shit the other day where Chip Kelly, he's such a crazy guy. So there was a play that he ran in the fucking playoffs
Ohio
last
State.
year.
I seen it. You talked about when he did that motion. You talked about that motion.
Right. He did a fucking. He said he's a type of guy that he'll set shit up weeks, months in advance. He ran a fucking counter on a play that he ran a counter in the national championship to a play that he ran fucking 2-3 weeks before.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they were on that shit.
And he did it in the red zone. I seen that. I seen what happened was the corner was already waving to everybody like, hey, I know the play. This guy's gonna get the ball.
We saw
he tried to run over there. And the same guy didn't get it as last time, bro. And he was a wide open trick to the touchdown.
What happened was Josh Smith, right? Or what's his name? Josh Smith, Jason Smith, the receiver from Ohio State. In the play, he did an orbit motion from the receiver spot where he came all the way across the field and got a fucking a fly sweep where he got like a pitch across. In this rendition of the play, he did that same motion like he's about to motion, but he stopped, did a fucking back, and they did a fucking screen pass.
And he still got the ball. Did I recall the same guy ended up getting the ball, but he was going.
He stopped and did the screen, and they threw the screen pass to him, but he was over there by himself because all the flow of the defense was over to the fucking fly sweep, like he did the last time.
Play side. Correct. He went from play side. And you know what? And us people don't got to understand. Us as being Raider fans, we're not used to having multiple reliable weapons. You know what I mean? We always been a one-trick pony. So for us to have this type of speed at wide receiver and this durability and this depth at running back, for us, we're totally amazed. We're amazed at Spytek and Carroll and Chip Kelly, all them put together what they're building and what we're working on in the core players that we got. Because we haven't really seen too much of Malott just yet. But I can imagine that's going to give any defensive coordinator that's going to give you a nightmare. You know what I mean? Because what do I do? Do I go to man or do I go to zone? You know what I'm saying? So, I can't wait to see our red zone package. You know, as well as his duo.
We have to see it. So that's the whole thing, right? We got to see it, and we got to prove it. So obviously, we don't get that kind of love yet, and deservedly, we should not yet. But you come out there and you prove that shit, and you prove that shit on the field, and then motherfuckers be like, "Oh shit, how come we didn't see these motherfuckers coming?" And
correct.
We see it because we care, but most people ain't looking at it. So one question I would almost just off the top of my head right now I thought about. So then in like training camp and obviously you got to run the shit in practices and shit like that, so you know what you're doing. But in like preseason games and shit like that, should you go hella vanilla? Should you go hella vanilla?
Now you talking because the play that he was talking about was for the playoffs and national championship game. So there's gonna be some stuff that we're gonna save for later for our rivals. Especially we're gonna probably have that play he was talking about against Kansas City. I could see us using that against Kansas City all day. You know what I mean? But I think it's gonna be more suited around the defenses that we're gonna be going up against. You know what I mean? Because I believe that we're gonna utilize the players that we have to put them in positions. You know, we're going to look for mismatches. You know what I mean? And there's going to be a lot of them on the field. You know, nowadays you can't just have one corner, one good shutdown corner and think you're going to shut down a really good high-powered offense like Kansas City or the Bills or, you know what I mean, or even Lamar Jackson. You're going to have at least 3 decent corners. You know what I mean?
You gotta have linebackers. You gotta have corners. Honestly though, the key to me is the D line though, bro. Because if you can get the pressure, and we know Max is gonna be a monster. Right. You know, we know Max is gonna be a monster. So we just gotta come back with everyone. Everyone on the D line gotta step it up and help Max out. Christian Wilkins is gonna be a question, but
we don't even want to talk about him, man. We don't want to talk about him.
We still are solid, man, because Malcolm Kuntz is coming back.
Correct. We still have Snowden.
He was picking it up last year. Well, continue to improve on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we finna be like, if our D line gets the pressure I believe it could get, bro, it helps out the linebackers. It helps out the corners. It helps out the safety.
That's my next question, Thor. Who you feel like is going to have the best chance to step up while Christian Wilkins is gone? Who do you think that we going to split it?
It got to be Malcolm Kuntz, man. He got to show us what he showed us before he got hurt a year and a half ago.
Well, I'm gonna oppose Thor. It's not gonna be Kuntz. Kuntz has to do his thing, but it's to your question, because Kuntz and Wilkins, they would be on the field at the same time. So it has to be Adam Butler, right? Because Adam Butler is going to be the starter. With Christian Wilkins not there, Adam Butler is going to be the starter, right? That's going to push the depth chart up, right? So Adam Butler was the guy that was going to be coming in really after Christian Wilkins, and not even necessarily after. I know they play together, right? They would sometimes even be playing together, right? You're going to have Christian Wilkins and Adam Butler on the field, right, by each other, right? But in that sense, I think that the person who I feel like will have the most on his back, I think the person who played the best outside of those people is going to be Jonah Laulu, right?
Right, one of our Hawaiian buddies, or Samoan buddies, yes, sir.
He had a big year for us last year, and I feel like with Christian Wilkins being out, it'll be him and Adam Butler manning that. And obviously, you got Leaky, you got Leaky Fotu. You know what I mean? The rookies are there, but I don't think the rookies are going to be counted on exactly right there until they prove that they're going to take over that spot, right? Like you got Tonka Hemingway, JJ Pegues.
That's what I was and Pegues and Tonka. Right. And I'm thinking that The coaching staff seen that. I'm glad that they prepared. I'm glad that this is not like a powder keg thing with this Wilkins situation to where all of a sudden, since he's not coming back, we're lacking that depth at that position. But with these UDFA pickups and there's a draft that these draft picks we acquire of these defensive tackles, I think we're pretty good. I think we're prepared. I think we're pretty prepared for I wouldn't just say for the whole season, but we're prepared to go into the season with a full roster. Because what I'm hearing is Pete Carroll wants to stop the run immediately. So I'm hearing a lot of 5-man fronts, 5-man to 4-man fronts. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at who's going to be that third defensive tackle, doing the 1 and the 2. And you answered this going Mr. Fotu. I believe that as well. And I believe they'll put in.
It's body too. So when you look at body too, obviously play, but body size, right? So Christian Wilkins is 6'4", 310, right? He's not a small guy, right?
Right.
You got Adam Butler is 6'5", 300 pounds, right? Not a small guy. You got a guy like Leaky Fotu is 6'5", 335. You know what I mean? Not a small guy. Jonah Laula is 6'5", 300. He's 292, basically 300. Right. You know what I mean?
He's a cheeseburger away from 300.
You feel me? Bodies. You know what I mean? Bodies.
Yes. You need them all over 300. You need that push.
You feel me? It's somebody's in there. The young cats stack up. I think JJ Pegues is at 6'2", 309. So he's actually a wider body because he's a shorter body. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But his
he
size
moves
is
like that. But he does.
He's 6'2", 309. Tonka Hemingway is 284, same thing. He's a shorter guy, but he may be a little bit wider body with his size. You know what I mean?
Right.
Carter 6'4", 290, and then Tank Booker is 6'3", 347. That boy 6'3", 350.
Ooh, that's a big dude, right?
Jeez, them big boys is gonna be eating down there. Even Pete Carroll said it. He said he was most impressed with the guys you mentioned. But as well as the guy, what's his name? Laki Tassi, the guy they've been moving around. And
he's probably going to end up an offensive player, bro. Right? As of right now, he got him as an offensive guard.
Right.
I think he got him as a guard, but he's on the offensive side right now. Maybe a tackle. Maybe a tackle.
Right. And he provides additional depth though for either offensive or defensive line. The
crazy thing about him is that he doesn't count against our roster anyway. So no matter where he goes, defense, offense, they're trying to figure out, you know what I mean, just where he best fits. Right. He's an athlete. He never played football, don't have any football skills, but he's just trying to figure out where he fits.
Another question about our defensive line. I know we still got Snowden, but do we see Mr. Josh Joyner?
Wait, hold on. Before you go there, let me finish this thought. The thing about Laki Tassi also is that the problem with trying to figure out where he goes, there's nobody out there that has his size and his athleticism.
Right.
There's nobody out there. So they're trying to figure out, and I didn't cut you out, but I had to say that the thing about Laki Tassi is that he's over 300. He's like 300 and something pounds. He's fucking, how tall is he? How tall is Laki Tassi? Wait, hold on.
6'3".
6'3".
He looked like, he looked like a big boy when I seen him, man. He looked like a big boy that could move around. He was jumping up, hitting the Raider sign.
6'6", 348, bro. So he's 6'6", 348, and he runs I don't know what his 40 is, but it's fast. He runs a fast 40, and he's athletic. He's mobile. He has great footwork. He can move. You know what I mean? You know how Samoans is. Okay? Y'all know how Samoans are.
Have you seen his leg?
Bro, they're biggest. He's big as hell, but he's still athletic. He's out there. You know, he can out there dribbling the basketball and shit. He's moving like fluidly. He's fluid.
Right.
So when you have a big dude that's fluid like that, you don't really know what to do with him, especially if he doesn't have any football skills per se, right? So you get to develop to what that is. You know what I mean? So
untapped potential, man. Untapped potential right there, bro. That's totally untapped potential. And especially when we need to, when we need to push certain teams back. I like the diversity that we do have, you know, on our line, on our D line. You know, for some reason, I don't think our D line is going to be a problem this year. You know what I mean? It's just like you get what you put in. You know, we invested.
Christian Wilkins back, that's just gonna be a fucking, you know what I mean? The cream on the crop. You feel me? Because he's gonna be back by the time we go to the postseason. Yeah. Because we're going to the postseason, and he's gonna be there.
I agree.
Right. Now back on that. But what about my boy John Jordan? What chance do y'all give him of making the squad? 50-50, 60-40? What percentage would you give him? Probably, you know, or do you think he's going to be on the practice squad? Get a little bit more experience at the pro level.
I think actually Christian Wilkins being out gives him better of an opportunity.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, that gives him a better opportunity because it's just in terms of roster spot. Not saying that the position wise, but in roster spot. Right. So that roster spot not being there, Christian Wilkins having somebody that has the potential talent level of it, because I do believe John Joyner is going to make this roster.
But you also have to realize that Pete Carroll is that dude who is like best. I don't give a fuck where you were drafted. I don't give a fuck what. If you are that dude, you are that dude, you know, because you see that.
Right.
You've seen that with us. You've seen that with all through the NFL a lot where people, you're like, damn, that dude should be playing. Why did he not make the team? And this other dude who's been in the league for 6 years, but he's crap now, is just because he's been around. Pete Carroll ain't finna do that. If he goes out there and performs, he'll be okay. Right. So a lot of it comes to, but then it's tough though, because if everyone performs, then what do you do? So, and we want that problem. We want those problems.
Right. And that's what we're going to see. That's what preseason is for. That's what we're going to see, how these players play in different combinations. And we'll get to see our jet pack, our jet package, all defensive ends out there. We'll have a heavy, who'll have a heavy lineup, you know what I mean? And I can't wait. Because I'm knowing that our defensive line is going to be on audition. Well, mostly our whole, everybody's going to be audition the first 3 or 4 weeks of preseason. You know what I mean? We're gonna be able to play these players and see, what they could do. Yeah. We put them together. We put them all in the pot, mix them up. We'll see what we're gonna make. We cooking. Yeah. We are definitely cooking. We are definitely cooking.
Yeah. I'll be right back. With our running back room, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs on the roster. As it stands right now, I doubt we keep all 6. Obviously, I think that we keep 3. Right. I think we keep at least 3 on the roster. As the running backs on the roster, we got obviously Ashton Genty. He's a lot, right? We all know that, right? Because he's a lot. So there's 2 spots. So there's 2 spots left in the running back room, right? And we got Dylan Lewine, and this is in no particular order: Dylan Lowby, Sincere McCormick, Raheem Mostert, and Zamir White. Right. So then you say we paid the money for Raheem, and knowing the type of veteran player that he is, outside of the money that we paid for him, we know that he's a lot to make the roster. Right.
Well, I was looking at, I think he's the best thing that happened to our running back roster, to be honest with you, because every practice, shouts out to Mike Dixon giving us practice shots. He's always out there. Mike Dixon, he a twin like me. I see his brother all the time down here at the 7-Eleven, but he does the USA or the Raider Report or the Las Vegas Sports Report as well. And I've been looking at his, a few of his practices and a few of his, every one that he attends where it shows at running backs, I'm always seeing Raheem Mostert. He's always coaching up the young talent. Like he's always saying something positive. It's like Ashton Genty is like this winning. And it's like all the running backs, like they gravitate toward him. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, it's like your
presence.
Yes, and it's just like that veteran leadership, that veteran knowledge, and how to protect your body for so long in this game. That was, I'm thrilled with that pick, bro. And he still has some, and he still got, a little bit meat left on the bone, or should I say, a little bit gas left in the tank. We're not asking him to run a 4.3 like he, initially did, but.
So look,
I'm thrilled that he is really. That's a really good acquisition, bro.
Raheem Mostert. So look, Chris Collier, running back, is in his 2nd year. He's 25. Ashton Genty, he's a rookie. Obviously, he's 21. Dylan Lowby is in his 2nd year. He's 25. Sincere McCormick is in his 3rd year. He's 24. Zamir White is in his 4th year. He's 25. And then you got Raheem Mostert, who's the elder statesman. He's 11 years in the NFL, and he's 33 years old. So, of course, right, he is that leadership in the room. And it's important to have that. It's important to have one of those guys. He's been there. He's done that. He's had successes. He's been all over the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You remember a few years back, Mozart had like 13 or 14 touchdowns.
Let me get a light.
Or some crazy shit, man.
I keep saying this to people all the time. The crazy thing about Raheem Mostert, well, I'm excited that he's on our team as the Raiders. He hasn't been on the Raiders team, but I play fantasy football. And almost every year I've been in fantasy, I've had Raheem Mostert on my team. And he's always put up fucking stats in fantasy, bro. Yeah. Always. He's killing in fantasy.
Because he scores touchdowns, bro. He scores touchdowns, bro. He's like a you call him a professional. I want to say he's a professional football. They're all professional, but he's been around so long that he's like a real professional. Like he knows, like you know, you've been in a couple years. You kind of know some shit, but he's been in so long. He know everything they throw, and he know that shit. I see now. I know that they do this. This is what's coming. They do that. This is what's coming. The hole might be there, but if you look over here, the hole's really going to be there, kind of shit. And I might not be fast as I used to be, but y'all are fast. So when you see that, do this or do that. Like all that shit is huge. And a lot of people aren't humble enough to like want to help others out, but he seems like that kind of dude, right? That's
he is, and he got the bases covered, which is alignment, then assignment. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff, that's in situational awareness. That's stuff that I see that he's been teaching them. But I'm thinking about the backs that's going to be left out of the rotation is what I'm looking at. At first, I was thinking that Lobby was going to be, because he did that fumble last year when we did give him a carry, and after he fumbled, we didn't give him another carry after that. You know what I mean? And I was just looking like between him and Zamir White is who I projected to be on the chopping board. And then I started thinking about it. I said, okay, well, actuality, Dylan Labe is actually on our kickoff return team as well. So he has multi-useful as well as Malott. That's why I was thinking the same thing at first with Malott, that he will be on the cusp of being a cut candidate. Not saying that I would think about cutting him. I'm just saying, he will be on the cusp of going to the practice team, et cetera, not pick up the system, et cetera. But they're too valuable. These two-way players, or should I say two-position players, or we can call them hybrid players. We can call them whatever we want.
And we have multiple. We have multiple on this roster. Not even just those two. We have multiple on this roster that are hybrid players. Go ahead, brother.
You're taking it from me, and I that's exactly where I was bringing it up for. So you can tell me how y'all feel about these players that we bringing in to fill holes that haven't even been seen yet. You know what I mean? Somebody's got a nice IQ in that office right now. You know what I mean? Because these are high IQ moves, to really be honest with you. You know what I mean? Thinking outside the box, bringing in more than just players that fit your system, just bringing in tough, gritty Raider mentality players that can do more than one thing. I think that's going to pay off real big for us this year, fellas.
Oh, for real, though. But so do I think that JJ Pegues is actually going to get a lot of touches this year? No, I don't. But the fact that they drafted a player that has the ability to he scored multiple touchdowns in college football. It's not like it was just like some fluky shit. Like, no, he has the ability and the knowledge, the football acumen, and he has the fucking know-how to run this shit, right? He was a actual quarterback. I'm not even getting into the running back shit. JJ Pegues was a fucking wildcat quarterback. So he actually took snaps. He actually took snaps from the center, shotgun snaps, right? So do I actually believe that he's going to run? We're going to have plays running JJ Pegues? No. But knowing that we have Chip Kelly, the type of mind that he is, and knowing, again, the type of planning that he does, there's nothing that says that he won't prepare JJ Pegues as the season goes on to have some type of role when needed, right? In a situation.
I already got it. Picture this, right? Picture this. Remember how we said we were sorry at goal line? Picture this. Michael Mayer, Rock Bowers, Ashton Genty at running back. We still got one more guy. You put McGee's at fullback. Then we run that same orbital motion.
We need a fullback so bad, bro.
That's McGee. He played fullback. That's what he played.
But that's what he played. We also got cats like Ian Thomas, right? So again, even if we don't put Geese on the field, throwing those 3 tight ends on the field and one of those being a fucking fullback, even having Michael Mayer at fullback and putting Ian Thomas and Brock Bowers out there.
How you gonna stop that, right? And all we need is 3 yards with McGee's. If you look, they mainly put him in on short yardage situations when they need the game.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Even if you put a fucking running back and put McGee's behind him and have him do the tush push, you feel me?
I mean, that's points, bro. That's money in the slot machine. What they say out here, that's money in the bank. When you think about it, you could fake pitch it to Genty and slide it to and do a fake to him and just slide it to McGee's, and he's going to get those 3 yards. So I don't want to say all of our red zone problems are solved, but I would say about 80% of them are with that acquisition.
I doubt we use McGee's very much at all, but I'm saying the potential is there.
Yeah,
the potential is there. Right. I highly doubt we use him very much at all. So for anybody thinking that I'm saying that we're gonna be out there using McGee's, like, no, but I'm saying they're drafting these players that have these abilities and talents, multiple use, right? We drafted a quarterback and we're not even using him as fucking quarterback. We're using him as a wide receiver, and that's time him a lot. You know what I mean?
It's a lot.
This is a fact.
It's a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
but
sir.
Even players like Porter. Porter was a receiver for his first years in football. You know what I mean? In college. Then he switched to corner. But that helps, bro. Because I was a receiver that played corner. And as a receiver that played corner, that gives me an advantage because I think about playing corner like a receiver. I'm following the fucking route. And when I'm following the route like a receiver, I'm on the fucking route. And I'm looking as a receiver, bro. That just helps me in my defense. So I understand that nature, you know what I mean? So
right. That extra dimension, that extra layer of dimension that we have is optional. It's better to have it. It's better to be prepared to have it when you need it instead of the opposite.
That's also better. That's also better for our future because what that's saying that is that Porter is not even fully developed. He's not even fully realized as a corner yet. He's still.
Do y'all see him starting? Do you see him starting? Do y'all see him starting?
Porter, yes.
From what I see, from what I hear, and from what's coming from out of camp, yes.
So who do you think is going to be the secondary starter at corner? Who do you think going to be our two outside corners? You said you got Corey on one side.
Corey and Bennett.
I think Bennett still wins the job. I know people said that they had Stokes taking the reps. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think Corey and Bennett too, bro.
People said they had Stokes taking the reps.
I don't want Stokes out to
it. Bennett wins the starting job, bro.
Yeah.
I totally agree. His upside is a little bit higher. You know what I mean? Stokes is the veteran. You know what I mean? And Pete Carroll likes, veteran presence to cut down on the mistakes, and a big play possibility. But I feel like
he was hurt, so he's fighting back off the injury, not off his necessary gameplay, because he was playing well before he got injured.
Right.
But because he got injured, he has to play back into his role, bro.
You know what I think? I think y'all totally right with that because it's been a misconception that he lost his starter position because he's doing reps with the second team. And I investigated it myself, to see, was it that his skill was falling off or he wasn't keeping up with these guys because he runs a 4-3-2. So I'm saying to myself, how is he? I'm like, how is that? How is that? We got him. And then I investigated that he barely started recovering from his injury. Like he's barely starting to feel 50%, 60%, 70%. So, and I think it's good. I think it's good that we're not rushing too many guys that are injured to play immediately so that they can grow back into what you say, grow back into their mobility. We know the knowledge. We know that that's still there. We know that that's growing. But as far as his physical abilities, and it's the same with trying to put Wilkins back out there early. There's no need to rush these guys.
Early for Wilkins, he's
right. But there's no need to rush these guys when you have this type of depth. When we have this type of depth, we don't have to necessarily rush, you know, at certain positions. And you know,
you're 100%. Depth is so key, right? Depth is the key to all of it, because then you can allow people to really get healthy. Because we know, like, it's like health, like you always say, health is wealth. Health is wealth. But it's the National Football League. People are gonna get hurt. Motherfuckers gonna get hurt.
Right.
Like, that's just gonna happen. So if you have enough depth, you can like hang on,
cover all bases, right?
You can and make it work. But again, especially on defense, we need the offense to really help that D out as far as staying on the field, finishing drives. Like, bro, there's nothing like say we have the lead. Say we're up 4 and we got the ball with 5 minutes to go.
Right.
And we just fucking run the clock. They're like, get first downs, run the ball, hit your tight ends, get all that, go down, first down, get another first down. The clock's just going. Get another first down. They start calling their timeout. You get another first down, and then you go 50.
I see where you're coming from, Thor. I see where you're coming from, Thor. You're coming from a place where we haven't been before as a Raiders franchise, meaning we're up 2 score. We're up 2 score. We don't have to have the urgency to try to keep scoring every drive when we already 14 points ahead. It's just like we're ready to see what the Raiders look like when we have a lead, you know, for once. And seeing us be able to milk the clock with the lead, with the 2-score lead, you know, those are things. And I think that's what you're hinting at. That's what you're saying. That with this array of players, that I don't see no excuse why not, you know, because I feel like Geno.
Well,
I feel like Geno's back. Y'all see the Geno little wannabe scuff when he was trying to have with the when he was saying, that's why I get paid the big bucks.
Oh, stop!
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, and I got blown. And they try to blow that all out of proportion too. Like, you know what I mean?
Everything with us, they try to blow out of proportion, bro.
Hey, and shout out to our boy D Menace, man. Let me pause for a second, man, and let me recognize our guy, because we can't never recognize our guy when he on there, man. My boy D Menace, man. Red Nation Drinking Club, our motherfucking ambassador. D Menace is the official ambassador for Red Nation Drinking Club. All things come through that guy. My man, you know what I mean? Hey, 100 grand. So you feel me? I always will have to stop to acknowledge my guy D Menace, man.
Hell yeah.
A real one. A real one, bro. Real.
That's the one who walked through the fire with us, right? Is that your boy that walked through the fire with us? And his team was, I think, was a Jaguar. Is that him?
No, D Menace is a Raider fan, bro.
D Menace is a Raider.
Okay.
He's a diehard Raider fan.
Yeah. He
out in the SoCal
area. He live in Victorville, around Victorville.
He in Victorville area.
Oh, okay. All right, D Menace, come on, come check us out.
He showed so much love. D Menace showed the Red Nation Drinking Club so much love and ride for us hard, man.
Yes, sir.
And we love you, bro.
Sir.
We love you. Can't wait.
Appreciate
We'll see you at Balsa Chica. We'll see you guys when you out here. All that, man. Like real Raider Nation Drinking Club.
Follow D Menace. If y'all don't know D Menace, go follow that guy. Find him. He's at D Menace on all platforms, bro. D Menace. Follow my man. You know what I mean? For real shit.
Everybody else, like, subscribe. We're going to bring y'all up-to-date content. Yep. Yes, sir. Tell everybody to like, subscribe, comment. If y'all have any future questions for us that you want us to investigate, something that's been a lingering question in your mind, we'll do the research.
Take that shot. What he telling y'all to do? He telling y'all to take that shot. And y'all know on this channel, when we say take that shot,
multiple things.
You know what I mean? You know we mean to go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button, man. Hit that notification button so y'all can come back in us, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yes, and also take a shot. And also take a shot. And also take a shot. We out here ready.
Yes,
shout out to the Queen. Shout out to the Queens of the Drinking Club. Shout out to the Queens of the Drinking Club.
Yeah, for sure. You know how we do. When you're ready to get loaded, we got you.
The ladies make it happen too, man. They make it happen for us, man. Tap in with them as well too.
And this was kind of just to get back into the flow, and we've been on here and did it just to kind of get back in the flow. And Killmonger, my brother, man, thank you. Thank you for coming on with us real quick, man. And hey, Raiders! Hey, G-Menace, we got you, bro. We got you. We finna take a shot for you while you at work, bro. For sure, man. For sure, we got you, brother.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna need, Thor? You know what I'm gonna need, Thor? Before that preseason, man, I'm gonna need to send you that money so I can have my shirt nice and crispy, man. I'm gonna need that and probably
we got to get a bunch of shirts made, bro. We got a bunch of shirts. We got to get a bunch of shirts made. We got to
post them.
We got to get a bunch of shirts made.
We got to be able to. We should be able to monetize it. We should be able to put them on here where people can come get. You know, they can get one too. They can want to be a part of broadcast as well.
We're working on shit.
You know.
But I'm hoping I got to talk to a few people, and hopefully we'll be able to have some out in the first games, and people just buy them out there and whatever. We finna figure it all out, man. Again, this was so just off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? We just was like, we ain't been on in so long, and we got to get back with it. It's getting that time, bro. We less than 2 months away or something. We less than 2 months away from the season.
The next broadcast, I'm gonna have this thing full of popcorn. This gonna be full of popcorn next time.
Maybe football around the corner, man. Football around the corner. You know, we finna be out here acting a fool, man. We finna be out here. So come out here and rep with us, man. Come out here, come out and rep, man. Like real Raiders shit. Come out here and rep, man.
Amen. That's all we ask. Like. Don't forget, subscribe, comment as well. And we're going to see you on the next one, man. And, you know, God bless y'all. Good seeing you, GQ. I'm going to get over there, you know what I'm saying, after I take care of my little work schedule. But I want to come to the castle as well, too. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try to set it up on my free time as well, Thor, when y'all, you know, next time y'all free the next barbecue, I'm going to try to be there, man. So we can just start hitting them with footage. You know what I mean? We'll have different things going. And me and Q was going to follow up, you know, with the player packages and our offenses and defenses on the next video. So we'll go ahead and let y'all with that.
At the bottom, y'all see what it says, man. You see what it says down there? Raider rules. I feel like we're just going to get it started early, man. When y'all see the Raider rules, we're just going to tell y'all, man. So I just feel like just getting it started early just to let you know, like, hey, if somebody yells Raiders at you,
Right back at them.
Raider rules.
One more thing. And at the home games, what are we wearing? And at the home games, what are we wearing? What colors are we wearing at the home games, y'all?
Hold on. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's a lot of Raider rules. That is one. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Trust me. We gonna get there.
Hey,
get your mind right.
We're gonna save that whole show, like a whole hour show.
We're gonna save that for a whole entire segment, bro, because it's a real thing. It's a thing. So we're gonna save that for a whole segment. We're gonna hold off on that. We're gonna wait to the whole segment. But we're gonna keep giving y'all these Raider rules, man. Raider rules, man, especially because we're talking about motherfuckers out here in Vegas. Obviously, here's the thing. When we're talking about what's going on, there's a culture that has been built in Oakland that has been there for many moons, right? So we're trying to establish this same culture in Vegas, right? But the thing is, also I acknowledge the fact that there have been no championships won in Vegas. There has been multiple. There has been one in Oakland, not multiple. There's been one. There's two in Oakland.
Two in Oakland, one in LA.
One in LA. So there's been multiple one in Oakland. So the Raiders have had a winning culture in Oakland for a long time. So I understand how it feels to be a part of something that, especially in the early years, was a juggernaut. Raiders in the 60s and 70s was actually the dominant team. So people growing up had that lasting love for the winning nature of the Raiders. As we got in later in our years, it hasn't been that case. We're just still living off the residuals from the old culture. So I get it, guys. I get it, man. But the thing is, when it comes
to what you're saying, So what you're saying, Todd?
Man, what I'm saying is, man, these current Raiders have to win. And I understand.
Right.
For people to really fully buy into what we're talking about, and the new people.
Winning cures everything.
Winning cures everything, bro. And I understand that. But outside of that, man, as Raiders, You new guys have to understand what this culture is about. It don't fucking matter. I understand that we're losing right now, but it's hard to understand when I say it don't matter win, lose, or tie. It don't matter.
So
it's Raiders shit. So if a motherfucker walk up on you and he yell Raiders at you, don't be acting like you don't know what the fuck he's saying, like you Helen Keller, dumb, deaf, and blind. You know what I mean?
Especially if he got a hat and a shirt on, or if he got, you know, two pieces, because some people just wear it because they just, I have to ask them sometimes, and you know what makes me kind of, I don't want to say upset, is when it's like you wearing gang colors and you're not from the gang. You know what I'm saying? They got a Raider hat.
That's 100%.
A hat nicer than mine, and then they be like, oh no, I just got this hat. I'm like, you're not a Raider fan? You know, I'd be damn near ready to snatch the hat off their head and say, you need to get initiated.
Hey,
you need to come to Black Hole. You need to come to the Daylight. Like, this is a real gang thing, and it's also a family-oriented thing, you know? So, so to me, you know, that's why what y'all saying is true, because we need to gather all these soldiers to get ready for this season, because we're on the biggest stage out here in Vegas as well, and we're going to start winning. But before we start winning, we're going to start putting up these points, and that's what I'm excited about. To see these points, to know that we're comparable to these other teams. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's not if we win or lose, it's that we put our best foot forward and that we're at least able to compete at the highest level, which equals points.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not want to lose football. But if we lost 11 games this year, and in 11 of the games we lost 38-37, I honestly cannot. I won't. I can't. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I'm gonna be fucked up that we're losing because I want to figure out who's responsible. But I'm saying if we're scoring 37 points to 38 every week,
you had to play your best game to beat us. You had to play your best game to beat us.
Yeah. At that point, we're talking about defense. If we score 38 every week and we lose by 1 point, then we're talking about the defense. But to your point, I'm saying if we're in the game every week, we're in this shit. We're right there, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at the competition. Yes, I will be upset. Yes, I will be sad if we lose 12 games and at 12 games we lost by 1 point. You know what I mean?
But they had to do what though? They had to bring their best football to beat us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they had. That's what we want. You got to. You don't. It's like one of them fights you get into where you one of them fights where you get into and you barely won, and then they ask you again, you want to run that back, and they like, nah, I don't want to run that back. Even though I won, it took all I had just to beat these guys, man. Like, I do not want to play them again. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing Mahomes is thinking when he said that Max Crosby is the best defensive end he's ever faced. You know what I'm saying? So we want that. We want that all across the board.
Last year he faced Max Crosby without Malcolm Coons. Bitch ass thing.
Max Crosby has sacked him more than any other defensive end. Max Crosby has sacked him more than anybody. So get your popcorn ready. I'm gonna have mine ready for the next episode, and we're gonna have a little popcorn issues. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have fun. You know what I mean?
Right on to the nation, man. We love y'all. Thanks
God bless y'all, man.
Eric, man, thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate it, and we about to be back. We about to be back in full effect coming up, man. We finna be doing it all the time now. It's that time, baby. It's right around the corner, man. We love y'all, man. We love y'all. We about to get up out of here. We appreciate everyone for being here. Killmonger, especially. Thank you for being here, brother. GQ, my man.
Sir.
Let's get it done, baby.
You already know.
All day, Nation of Nothing, baby. Raider Nation all day, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it one more time, y'all. Let's get it one more time. You start it off. You start it off, Thor. You start it off.
Nothing podcast. Look out for the Nation. This is my podcast on my channel. It's a different channel than this channel. Nation of Nothing podcast with GQ Raider. You're gonna see Killmonger on there. You're gonna see my boy Johnny Blaze on there. You feel me?
Yeah, we'll put a link in the comments. We'll put a link in the comments to that as well. I think we'll have a link. They can check out our old content as well. So we'll put a link in the comment for y'all as well, so y'all can tune into that. And we'll see y'all in a week.
Love y'all, man.
We'll see y'all in a week. God bless.
Drink up, baby.
We out, baby. Let's go.